Greetings. Greetings.
Thanks.
Thought we had a basilisk in the basement. Turns out it was just my wife getting cold.
How do you see it, Reverend? Do the gods favor Lady Saskia, as she claims?
The gods never.
Don't bump your woman.
And you, my love, do you trust the girl?
Saskia? No, but I trust Yorveth, and he trusts her.
I don't think we'll get through this in one piece.
We knew we might not from the start. Light it up, silly. The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can. Windblade.
I'm so tired.
Have strength, my love.
Piss off.
Greetings.
Hello there.
I remember when we were children in Dol Glatha.
Stop showing off.
So it's really haunted.
You associate with sorceresses.
Greetings.
You associate with sorceresses.
A dwarf witcher. That would be something.
Thought we had a I got a serious career proposal yesterday.
From one of your vest lads, eh? They tried me too.
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the
Look,
sky.
another one. You
Ah,
let
you've
one
told
human
that
in
story
and
a
no
thousand
time.
times. I've heard enough of ants. Business or rest?
Rest, and maybe some trading.
Ah, welcome. How can I help you?
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the sky.
How can I help?
How can I help?
I'm looking for places steeped in magic. You remember any stories of sorcerers or magical places in the area?
Not counting the fire-spitting bits from 3 years ago. Well, a sorcerer once lived in the wood beyond Vergen. You could look there. Maybe...
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the sky.
Killing monsters.
Ah, you've told that story 1,000 times. I've heard enough of flying women.
Sorcerers. You hated him.
How can I help?
I'd like to play dice poker.
Fair enough, but I only play the best. If you're any good, you'll beat Bruno Biggs and Cornelius Mayer. Then I'll test you.
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the sky.
Ah, you've told that story 1,000 times. I've heard enough of flying women. What's the meat? Don't draw your sword. Not around dwarves. Not around humans.
I don't know.
Hey-ho, hey-ho, hey-ho.
Well, I'll be plowed by a ferret.
Yeah. Witcher Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, you're a witcher like any other. Those swords.
Nothing special about them.
Ah, you're mistaken. Few know how to make a silver blade today. Fish eat me if I'm lying. And engraving runes is not exactly farting down a rain spout. I wouldn't mind a closer look at your swords. Care to browse through my wares? I wouldn't mind a closer look at... I wouldn't mind a closer...
I'd like to play dice.
No, go. I'll play you once I know you've beaten the innkeeper and Cecil.
Give us a kiss! Give us a kiss!
You play dice?
Aye.
And that's it?
In Vergen, there's also the headman, Cecil Burden, and the innkeeper.
Another time.
Care to roll if you... You lose. Care to roll if you're... You lose. Care to roll? Give me a chance to win it back.
Care for a game of dice? You lot. Care for a... I'd like a rematch.
Truly interesting. I wouldn't mind.
What's this? Clad in Give us a kiss! Damn!
Oh,
What's with everyone being so nice today? The place is busy like never before.
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the sky.
Ah, you've told that story. How can I help you? How can I help you?
I'd like to play dice poker.
So, shall we play now?
Look,
You won.
I'll take my coin, please.
You're too good for me. Try the head man, Cecil Burden.
Might do just that.
Ants there.
I heard human women need only sit astride a man's pants for their bellies to puff up.
Don't bump your woman. The place is busy like never before.
I don't know.
Give us a kiss.
Morning.
Hee-ho, hee-ho, hee-ho. Beaver.
Eh? That's a witcher, not a human.
So, no schnapps.
You associate
Give us a
sorcerers.
kiss.
Would you look at that, friends? Geralt of Rivia. Coincidences do happen.
Greetings.
You don't know me, but I know you. I'm an employee of the Vivaldis Bank, and on business here, and to check up on the local mine's profitability.
Vivaldi doing all right?
Full of beans. And as per the instructions given to each of the bank's agents, I hasten to inform you that you have unlimited credit.
I could use a loan about now.
Sure thing. However, my means are limited. I can offer you the standard short-term loan for those working in high-risk professions. Will that do you?
I'm sure Vivaldi wouldn't mind if I borrowed a bit more than that.
It's nearly all I've got on me, but I'll manage somehow. I think I've heard of you.
Godspeed, Witcher.
Must have not
Give us a
associated
kiss.
sorcerers.
Beaver.
Eh? That's a...
So, damn, no schnapps. What's with everyone being so nice today?
The Witcher's on board. We can go.
Let's get to work, my bearded friends.
Open the shafts, guys. If you kill off those monsters, the whole of Vergam will be grateful. I'm sure some coin would be found.
We'll keep that in mind, Cecil. So, Sheldon, you opened the shaft yet?
Keep your pricks in your trousers. You can't just plough forward all the time. A mine is like a lover. You need to be gentle, so she accepts you moist and hot.
You and your musings, Sheldon.
A true dwarf's got 3 things.
This must be the first revolt ever to be...
We can't feed ourselves nor fortify our walls with rebel slogans alone. Though, of course, the prince is just waiting for the right moment to...
I'm sure his motivations are pure, and he'll do it... How long have you...
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. Mostly...
How are they?
Everyone awaits the battle. Some pray, others drink. Yorveth's warriors are trying to be inconspicuous. I'd feel better if they crawled up the devil's arse and disappeared.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we? I'll have to raise taxes. Here are your winnings.
Aren't you gonna ask for a rematch?
You're too good. Try Haggard or Smith's apprentice.
Eh? That's a witcher, not a human.
Give us a kiss! So, no schnapps. So, you thought it over? I'm on my way.
I wouldn't mind a cloak.
I'd like to play dice.
Shall we play now? You may know how to wave those swords around.
Time will tell.
I wouldn't mind a...
I'd like...
Shall we play? You may know how to wave...
Time.
I wouldn't... You must be an old hand at this. The prize money is yours.
I'd like something besides coin. You're a blacksmith's apprentice. Got anything interesting?
I suppose I might. What do you fancy?
Got any meteorite steel?
Aye. 3...
It's meteorite steel, not blue.
Meteorite steel comes in several varieties depending on the nature of the element it's saturated with and the depth of that saturation. The elements dye the ore different colors. For instance, fire dyes the ore red, and red meteorite, well, you work it differently. You heat and hammer form it differently. You understand now?
Mm-hmm. Sure you're just the blacksmith's helper?
Want anything, or are you just...
I'll take my coin, please.
Truly interesting. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind a cloak.
What's this? Catching flies to rain.
A bored Scoia'tael waiting in ambush?
You a jester? Stop showing off, Witcher. It's no novelty that you know how to swing that blade.
What's the meaning of this, eh?
Oh, the eminent Philippa
Don't
Eilhart.
draw your
You best
sword.
erect the monument to
Not
commemorate
around
her visit.
dwarves. Not around
Silly
you.
cunt thinks of
What's the meaning of this, eh?
Long by human reckoning, and Lady Philippa is a learned sorceress to boot.
one more reason not to say
I don't understand.
Where are you headed?
Wonder how many more will turn up.
Where are you headed?
Hey?
And you, my love, do you trust the girl?
The leader, though clad like a soldier, had a feminine face to stir awe. And the breast. Ah, a maiden.
Damn, you're ugly.
The leader, though clad like a soldier, had a feminine face.
Greetings, Gwynblade.
Anything new about Letho?
No, but I wager he's somewhere on the other side of the fog. I can feel it.
What could Philippa want? Why does she care about Vergen being free, independent?
Like all sorceresses, she likes to dabble in politics. Not one of them would hesitate to sacrifice another life if it furthered their goals.
Quite a one-sided opinion. All? None? Life's rather colorful. It's not all black and white.
Shades of grey, I think. I have no illusions about mages. Enid Anglina, known also as Francesca Finderbear, another sorceress. In exchange for the she had a chance to call it off. She could have opposed the Emperor of Nilfgaard and summoned the squirrels to
Why didn't she?
In the name of a higher purpose. And that's why I can't.
What?
She had a chance.
Why didn't she?
In the name of a higher That's why we became bandits after the war. That's why elves are dying. And that's why I...
Roach could be on the other side of the fog.
In that case, I'll finally get him. I came close in Flotsam.
Been after him for a while?
Ever since he became leader of the Blue Stripes. During his first mission as commander, he ambushed one of my units, cut it down to the last elf. Surprised me for the first and last time. I've been more cautious since then.
So it's a personal matter. Vengeance. A theme straight out of Dandelion's ballads.
The safety of the Scoia'tael demands his death. Of the command...
I noticed there's no Temerian emblem in your collection.
We should not claim something's done.
You do realize that a dozen others will replace him when he's gone.
Better to have a known enemy, you say. That doesn't apply to Vernon. A more determined demon has never walked upon this earth. The longer he is active, the better he gets. I must put an end to it.
Tell me about this Dwan for...
Saskia. She's no Dwan. You've seen her. I doubt I need...
She's fighting for a Pontar Valley for dwarves, elves...
I may only be a warrior, but I'm no fool. This is the...
You haven't had a chance to explain yourself. Your alliance with Letho. This is a good time.
I suppose I owe it to you, Geralt. I don't know who they are exactly. I met Letho 2 months ago. He had escaped his pursuers in Edirn, found me, and our scouts and forest hideaways in exchange for the heads of Foltest and Henselt. A good offer to begin with that only became better when we revealed only part of our secrets. It then turned out that Letho was not alone. Serret and orcs were meant to kill Henselt. My warriors were to help them. As you know, this never came to pass.
Have you ever been to the Valley of Flowers?
Dulblathana is nothing more than a vassal state of the Nilfgaardian Emperor. It's another in a string of painful lessons. But a free Pontar Valley could... It's been 5 years since the kingdom was established in Dulblathana. Over 2,000 elves have settled there. A dozen or so. It's no longer the Valley of Flowers.
I'd love to see you tell Francesca that. I once met another Scoia'tael leader.
Yavin. I knew him. He had beautiful dreams and desperately wanted me...
You know a lot about me.
I try to know as much as I can. About everyone.
I'm a witcher. I remain neutral. I didn't take his side.
Perhaps that is the correct attitude. It's worse if we then wonder what could have been had we acted differently.
I try to avoid that. Decisions should be evaluated before they're made, not a...
How is it that we're on the same side today?
Things change. Today I have different goals. You think you can repel Henselt's army?
No.
What do you mean, no?
The fortifications and dwarven devices are simply not enough to hold off the Kaedweni.
What do you plan to do?
You'll see. One thing I can promise.
And the breast. Ah, a maiden I saw. The virgin.
Don't bump your woman.
Hey!
You a jester? Stop shit. I'll just swing that. Don't bump your woman. What's the meaning of that? Don't draw your sword. Not around.
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting. Beaver!
Eh? That's a witcher, not a human.
So, no stars?
Where's my wife? A true dwarf's got 3 things to do in life.
Belly full, axe sharpened.
What's the rush?
Would you be kind enough to move that arse of yours? Can we go? Would you be kind enough to move that arse of yours?
We were working at the... Mary's dead. Broke out in a cold sweat. Started...
Poor son of a bitch. He almost got away.
Think I heard something.
They're close.
Damn carrier. That was close.
What was that?
Necrophages. With this many appearing, they must have a nest nearby.
Come on! Show yourselves! I'll let you taste my axe!
Oh, you're making them shipwrecks?
Even then, they'd stink less than you.
I can hear them. Things could get hot.
We should get together for a good libation. Belly full, axe sharpened, and liquor awaits. Ready for battle.
The miners tried to collapse this passage. It was down below.
Hey, gentlemen, focus on finding the dwarf and himself.
No time for idle We should
chatter.
get together for a good libation.
you wet your wick recently, Witcher?
Would you be kind enough to move that arse of yours?
No time for idle chatter.
Would you be kind enough to move that arse of yours?
How are things, Geralt? I wouldn't mind a drink about now. Right. That should do it. No time for idle chatter.
Would you be kind enough to move that arse of yours?
Belly full, axe sharpened, and liquor awaits. Ready for battle.
We'll wait here, Geralt.
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
I don't know.
What's to consider? Jordan's not just any trouble, mate.
Hello.
I wouldn't mind it.
go, son!
In the end, they end up dead, shouting, "We really showed them."
Eva! Eh? That's a witcher, not a human.
How are things, Geralt? We should get
You
together
wet
for
your
a
wet
good
recently,
libation.
Witcher.
Damn monsters. They're here.
How are things, Geralt? I wouldn't mind a drink about now.
A true dwarf's got three things to do in life. Build a fortress, cut down an oak, and plough. Regularly.
How are things, Geralt? Belly full, axe sharpened, and liquor awaits. Ready for...
Medallion's vibrating. I don't want anybody playing hero. Seems it was the last one.
Let's grab what we need and get out of here.
I want to fuck. I want to plow. Where's my wife? Silly cow.
We should get together for a
true
good
dwarf's got three
libation.
things to do in life. Build a fortress, cut down an oak, and plough. Regularly.
Right, Geralt. Looks like it's all over.
Thanks for your help, Zoltan.
Say nothing of it.
Enough yapping. Time for some vodka.
First, I want to see if my fuck date's still waiting.
Just don't strain yourself. It takes energy to drink with us too, you know.
Geralt, first throat of the Witcher's Guild. Fight.
Short on company?
What can Yarpin tell me?
Yorvith seems to...
Oh, has his arse grown fat?
An elf who was the greatest foe of humans will now...
Only harpies don't change their minds. I'm no expert on elves.
Yorvith?
He stood all gentle as a lamb in council, stealing glances at her tits. When she spoke to him, he looked as happy as a fool whittling a wooden toy.
Any idea where I can play?
Try the blacksmith.
I wanted to talk to you.
Saska's no liar, that's a fact. But whether we'll manage... For now...
It's also the biggest...
Nothing...
If they would...
Even if...
The Kingslayer's trail is gone.
No one could sneak into Bergen. We watch day and night. Anyway, why so keen on capturing the...
Letho knows a lot about me. Certain things maybe only he can explain.
Is it worth sticking your neck out to know what was in your head?
Yeah, I'd say it's worth it. Bergen seems like...
It's one of the mine. It was...
I'll arm rip. Easier to hack monsters than wrestle. Your hand's like a vice.
It wasn't easy.
If you ever run into my old mates yarping or
Eh? That's a Witcher, not a human.
So, Godspeed, Witcher.
Nope.
We killed most of the necrophages.
Most?
The passage to the lower level collapsed. They won't get out. In time, they'll die off and you can restart work.
Thank you, Witcher. The whole of Vergen thanks you. Here's your coin. Shive Skag.
You tried to be funny. Stop swaggering around town with that sword drawn, all right?
So, Falls, how do you like that?
Don't draw your sword. Not around dwarves. Not.
Now I'm sure to get sick.
Let me tell you about
Look,
the woman
another
who
one.
fell from the
You let one human in and in no time... I heard human women need only sit astride a man's pants for their bellies to puff up.
Who's this, my failing eyes spy?
Getting anywhere?
Like?
They won't defeat. I've been...
Same thing as always. Conspiring until she gets her pubes in it.
I know you hate sorceresses, but try...
We hate them. That's a fact. But why do you think that is? Our hearts are full of dung, Geralt.
You exaggerate.
No, maybe not all of them. But Isleheart's the worst. Need I remind you, everyone in Vergen thinks she's any different?
Rivia when...
Was I? Fuck, Wolf. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack. But I swear. So I'm well glad you managed.
I don't know if it taught me anything.
Come on, I had to. Not many have survived.
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a cause?
No, I haven't. A free Upper Aedirn is...
Did you fight it?
Oh, fuck. Ah, it was a beautiful day. On one side, 6 and 40,000 black ones. On the other, us. And us on the right. The Mahakam Volunteer Army. Old dwarf.
He hardly lacked courage, as I...
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Prefer to die than run like a rat. I don't believe I've ever seen a bigger melee. Would have managed that day too, even without the magic. That burning shit that fell from the sky. Why?
Some say not one of the Dunbanners survived.
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south. But most men of the banner lie in the catacombs, along with their standard.
Zoltan claims you can arm wrestle like no one else.
He's right. Did he tell you I beat him?
Omitted that bit, somehow.
Old fart.
Want to wrestle me?
I'm ready for your challenge always. So?
Show me what you got.
What would be unusual if you return home sober for once? You won't trick anybody around.
This place stinks of cheese and pies.
Peasants now refuse to shovel manure. They dream of fighting and looting.
Let them dream. Flee before
Let me tell you.
Situation's great. They want freedom.
No pig. Snout. Fight.
It's very unusual.
Old Yarpins. I'm ready for...
Show me what...
You won't trick anybody around.
That Witcher. Who's he?
He travels the lands, killing monsters for coin.
Why's he got those glistening eyes?
That's some training you received at Kaer Morhen.
You're no wimp yourself.
Sorcerers mutated him when he was young.
Fell from the sky.
You associate with sorcerers?
Nothing.
Damn!
How are you, Sheldon?
Better than at Brenna, though we've quite a rumble ahead of us. But I promise you this, we'll kick Henselt's arse and send him scurrying back to Kedwin.
Zoltan says your company are true arm wrestling masters.
Unbeatable, last I recall.
So, care to check if that's still true?
Sounds good. Ready to take me on?
Give me your best shot.
Very unusual.
Throw a rock, no matter the direction you
That's how it is these days. Mages have descended from their towers and installed themselves at court.
But a mage, a dwarf, even worse, a sorcerer. Thanks. Did I mention something?
Sure there's no dwarfen blood in your family?
I'll tell you when I get my memory back.
Sabrina Glevissig off the table with her fist.
Let me tell you about it. Fell from the sky.
The place is busy.
The mine's safe again. Any plans to do something with it?
Of course. Soon as the battle's done, we'll resume digging. Shame to let those rich deposits go to waste. My uncle says they'll put Vergen right back in its feet. Zoltan's talking about a shared enterprise or some such. He's to manage operations with my uncle as general overseer. We just got to save the town first.
Hey, Scalan, wanna arm wrestle?
I really like to wrestle, but,
Show me what you're made.
all right. Want to take me on?
Show me what you're made of.
It's very unusual.
Look at that Witcher. I see something unusual. He's one who can change the fate of kingdoms.
Very true. Sets me teeth on edge.
I believe I'd split a rock with my dick sooner than I'd beat you at arm wrestling.
I guess that makes me the new champion of Vergen.
No shame in losing to the White Wolf. Though there's one who could still be a match for you.
Who?
The mighty Numa. I wrestled him in Kovir. Couldn't move my arm for the next week. They say he don't play fair. But that's just losers talking. You ever wrestle him? Give him my regards.
I will.
Let me squirrel lead his name.
Fell from
Yo.
I've used that story 1,000 times. I've heard enough of flying women.
It was very unusual.
What would be unusual is if you... You won't trick me into buying you around. What's the meaning of this, eh?
I'll say it again. Humans are...
Where are you headed?
more danger.
Where are you headed?
This is a town. The sword stays sealed. Go bump your woman.
And you, my love, do you trust
Blah,
the girl?
blah, blah.
Damn it.
You're... And you, my love. You're just... Stop showing off, Richard.
This is a town. This is a town, not an amusement park. Cut his arm off! Cut his arm off! Bloody murderer. So in your eyes the day you arrived. Come on, boys. Kill the son of a bitch.
Hang on. It was an accident. I promised to explain everything to the alderman.
Listen, Witcher. I know you cleared the mine for us, and that deserves praise. But a murder's a murder. I need to talk to Burton. But if he condemns you, I'll be back. For now, pay a fine and you're free to go. And I don't want to hear any excuses.
Know what? I don't think...
A bolt in your eye.
I don't understand.
More harpy feathers, just like you wanted.
Good work! Why, it's even a pleasure to pay you.
I gotta admit, that might have been the strangest job I've ever had.
Well, it's hardly done.
No way I'm getting you more. Godspeed. More harpy feathers.
Good work!
I gotta admit, that might have been the...
Well, it's hardly done.
I'll hear you out, but I've got a bad feeling about this.
I need a few more feathers.
Who is it that needs them? You or this collector?
But he does, of course.
Pretty suspicious. Why didn't you tell me how many I was supposed to bring right off?
I needed to see the quality. Just a few feathers more. I'll pay extra. Decide.
Let me think about it.
Where are you headed?
How many more can there be?
Damn it.
Where are you headed? What's the meaning of this, eh?
Nothing to it.
You stink.
You trying to be funny?
Do my eyes deceive me?
I've got some more feathers. Sleek and untattered. I hope that'll do it.
I look at them and select the finest. There's your payment, with a small bonus.
What am I supposed to do with the ones I have left?
Whatever you wish. I've no need for them. Farewell. Where are you headed? Where are you headed?
This is a town, not an amusement park.
You trying to be funny? Huh? You trying to be funny? Stop swaggering around town with that sword drawn, all right?
Greetings. Don't try anything.
Huh?
Pray tell, what compels you to...
I have a few questions.
And you believe I should answer them instead of setting my dogs on...
I think your Royal Highness has enough foes, here, abroad.
The intricacies of succession are not something I wish to discuss with an eye...
Succession is the topic of choice in about every inn in the country.
My patience has its limits, and at present, I'll come to the point.
Don't change the subject, Prince.
So be it.
Then tell me what you're doing so far away from the cap.
Well, sadly, my position is not strong there. My father emboldened the nobles. The great families have
Your title to the throne is indisputable.
Edirn has become a lawless land, ruled by those who wield might, by those whom people follow. I intend to show...
By returning to Vengerberg a hero, there should be no...
I don't like your tone, Witcher.
You might be surprised, Prince, but I...
The famous thinker Kalan... Get out! Get out! Pray tell.
I have a few...
And you believe...
I think you're royal.
The
I need royal blood.
As you know, I've yet to be crowned.
But blood of your royal ancestors flows through your veins.
True, but that doesn't mean I'll shed a drop for some vagabond.
I need it to save Saskia.
I need you to live. Don't bother me with such audacious proposals.
Be well, Prince. Six. Tell me.
The influential nobles seek to undermine my unrest ripples through the kingdom. Saskia has muddled the minds of the...
And your opponents are...
The Umraut, the
And in the...
But it...
You too.
I wanted... Hence, I got...
Oh.
You know what? Going in for an...
I still...
I'm afraid...
You...
The think Kalan...
Are you going somewhere?
Indeed. If the... And when... Truly, I never thought you could be so... Get out! Get out!
What is it, Witcher?
Who is that girl?
Cynthia, a leashed sorceress.
A charming expression. Do you also use muzzles?
Leash means a connection between a sorceress and her assistant. An unfortunate term, I admit, but it explains how things are. Cynthia can tap my power, use my spells. She's a conduit. And she's learning along the way. It's convenient, and except for the name, not derisive at all. But you're not here to talk about Cynthia. Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important.
Just out of curiosity, how much does a magic course cost these days?
I'm certain you can't afford it, Witcher. Besides, you're too old.
No matter. I have a few of my own tricks as it is.
You mean Witcher's signs? Philippa can conjure up the illusion of a garden full of flowers, fruit trees, and young elves of both sexes copulating merrily all the day. And the illusion is complete. The flowers have an aroma. The fruit and she-elves are juicy.
Invite me over the next time she conjures up this garden. I'd gladly see it. Professional curiosity.
Naturally. But I doubt Philippa's in the mood for complicated illusions. She focuses all her efforts on Saskia.
Who are you?
I'm Cynthia, a mage in training. Philippa is my mentor.
My condolences.
No need for that. True, she's a demanding mistress, but she can also be charming. Besides, she's the best there is, Witcher. She has no equals, excepting perhaps the old elven sorceresses. You should see her cast spells. Light and graceful she is. Not like that old tart de Tanzaville.
You know Sheila?
I've seen her cast spells. I've seen all the great sorceresses at work. Sheila's quite manly in her style. Precise, logical, exceptionally composed. But she lacks grace and suppleness.
Is that your opinion? Or are you just repeating what Philippa says?
We agree in our assessment. Triss Merigold, on the other hand, is talented. But she lacks determination, courage, and a certain cold willfulness that seems necessary.
That's interesting.
Kira Metz and Margarita Lo Antiel are both blasé, seemingly resigned. One's a hedonist and nymphomaniac. Then there's Francesca Finderbear. Nobody really knows what the...
I take it Philippa has none of these flaws, but she...
Ambition. Infinite.
My medallion.
You wanted to discuss something? Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important. You wanted to discuss...
Know how to remove a tattoo?
There's a cure for everything, except stupidity. I'll need some green mold, white myrtle petals, and wolf's aloe.
I'll be back once I've found the ingredients. Know how to remove a tattoo?
There's a cure.
I'll be... A sorceress like you ought to know bundles about...
A sorceress's knowledge...
The hunt's not a...
True. The phenomenon seems to...
I want to know everything there is to know.
It's strictly atmospheric. It doesn't interest me. Just as...
Have you heard about a Witcher's school? Apparently the Viper's their sign.
No. Why do you ask?
The Kingslayer wears a medallion adorned with a viper.
Pretentious and childish for my taste.
Your friend Sheila is conniving with Henselt.
I know this, Witcher, but it's no cause for concern. Sheila is there to ensure Henselt doesn't fall prey to the same people who killed Foltest. We don't want him as sovereign of the...
Is what they say true? Did Saskia kill a dragon?
Prince Stennis decorated her for it at the court in Veng. If you want to know the details, talk to Biggerhorn.
How is it that King Radovid's court sorceress and advisor is supporting a rebellion in Aedirn?
This has grown into more than a simple rebellion, Witcher. Prince Stennis' arrival here confirmed Saskia.
Saskia isn't fighting for Aedirn, but for the Pontar Valley. Even Prince Stennis considers you rebels. He hasn't moved against you because... Why are you here, Sorceress of Tretogor?
It is my duty. If Henselt occupies the Pontar Valley, Redania and Temeria will respond strongly. A dark scenario that is nevertheless avoidable, provided Saskia is successful and wins the valley's independence.
Even if she thwarts Henselt, there'll be no independence without agreement from Redania and Temeria.
Temeria's expansionist plans melted away with Foltest's death. Redania's ruler... I'm here to make this victory a fact. Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important. You wanted to...
I'm looking for Triss. Letho forced her to teleport near Vergen.
Letho?
Foltest's killer, perhaps Demavend's too. Will you help me find her?
Certainly. We sorceresses must stick together. We have too many enemies.
Triss contacted you through Sheila de Tanzerville's megascope while in Flotsam.
And I haven't heard from her since.
Can you locate her?
A megascope responds to a person's aura. If I had something of hers, I could find her. You were close to her. Maybe you have something.
I've got Triss's bandana.
Have you learned anything?
Triss was here. Letho forced her to teleport.
Why would he? There are easier ways to travel.
2 of Letho's comrades, probably those responsible for Demavend's death, were hiding among the Scoia'tael. When it became evident in Flotsam that the Kingslayer wanted to dispose of Yorvith, the Scoia'tael leader gave the order to eliminate them. Letho had to reach the unit before the Elven messengers did. He could only do that by teleporting.
I assumed that Triss wanted to teleport to me, but she missed the mark and they ended up in the gullies. What happened next?
Letho left her in a gully, wounded. He probably thought that she'd diversify the local trolls' diet. He himself went to see the elves and massacred the unit with his comrades. They're somewhere on the other side of the fog.
What about Triss?
She escaped from the troll. Everything suggests she's somewhere in the area.
I can assure you she is not in Vergen.
She has to be here. Locate her.
I'll try, but it will take some time. Have you learned anything else?
Sheila ordered Letho and Triss killed.
I can't believe that.
Believe it. I ran into some mercenaries she enlisted to kill Letho and anyone found with him.
She must have meant the other Kingslayers. Are you sure she knew Triss was with him?
Are you so sure of Sheila? There was something going on between her and Triss. I sensed a lot of tension.
A misunderstanding.
Maybe. Let's find Triss and clear everything up.
I need some time. What's going on out there?
Let's see.
What's going on?
The peasants want to take pitchforks to King Demavend's son.
Why?
The Dragonslayer's servant is spreading rumors that Stennis poisoned Saskia. The commoners are in an uproar. They want to dispense justice.
Where's the prince?
Barricaded himself in his room, guarded by nobles. For the moment, help us out. The situation...
Dogs growl at cats. Cats hiss at the dogs. A noble's a wolf to a peasant.
Forget those animalistic similes and take care of it. I'll try to locate Triss. And should anything happen to Prince Stennis, remember, we need his blood.
I remember.
You wanted to...
You said we'd need a magical object to cure Saskia.
Magical items do not grow on trees, as you know. Luckily, this area has a long history. There's the Battle of Wraiths, the site...
I was hoping you'd be specific.
I won't ask you to traipse around with a divining rod, but please try to be a little inventive. Ask the locals, that's always a good place to start. I dare say Alderman Burden knows every last stone in the area. Maybe you should see him. You wanted to discuss something?
I found an immortal.
Excellent. You wanted to discuss something?
At the council, you mentioned artifact.
But
I can do that.
why?
I have my reasons. What happened here 3 years ago?
Henselt attacked Edirn, but met his match. Nobody won that war. Sabrina Glevisig got into a conflict with the commander-in-chief of the Kedweni forces. Fireballs turned the battlefield into a flaming tomb.
And Sabrina cursed Henselt.
I think so. I suspect the curse got out of...
Circumstances? The stars weren't right, wrong phase of the moon. There's always an
She placed the curse while burning at the stake. Her hands and feet nailed...
Know anything about blood curses?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th level curse, also known as the Curse of the Archmistress.
Well, well, I'm impressed.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such...
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed cases.
What about confirmed cases of it being lit?
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear. Hence the...
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was... They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very...
So Sabrina's curse is just a not...
Exactly.
Can Francesca's...
Certainly. I know the symbols and the...
Care to explain? I'm the one risking my...
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course at the right moment.
Did you notice?
Yes. Most just disappeared when they...
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen and turns them into...
Is that the witch's profession?
Draugrs are demons of war. They arise at sites of exceptionally vicious, bloody battles.
Can you kill them by conventional...
A silver sword is enough for a Draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers...
For that you'll need symbols of war belonging... Hatred, death, courage, and faith. All artifacts must be magically active and connected to the...
Right.
Finding 2 will be enough. Get the symbols of hatred and...
I'd prefer courage and...
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. What happened?
Henselt attacked...
I'm good for now.
You wanted to discuss... Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important.
What's the meaning of this, eh? Let's go drink, friends. I'm gonna get as drunk as a lord.
Why's that?
They stole it. The plowing bird stole it. My dream is gone.
Well, then what's the grin for?
Night after night, I dreamed of my dead wife for years. Let's go for some liquor. Drinks on me! Yes, you're beautiful, my queen, my lady. You're a wondrous sight. All in your nest envy you.
Got any other work for me? Pretty warm for this time of year.
It is colder usually, isn't it?
The mages must be up to something.
Oh, yes. They devise those experiments. Always changing the world.
I shudder to even think about it. I want you to have this feather. I have no use for it.
No, thank you. Neither do I.
Neither does this collector, you mean?
Yes, neither does he.
I wonder why he needed a specific number of feathers.
Perhaps to match the number of empty spaces in his feather album.
Don't see how that would matter.
It's immensely important.
Well, I guess I don't know much about collections.
Where are you headed? Where are you headed? Where are you headed?
Do my eyes deceive me?
I'll say it again. Humans are strange. What? Don't draw your sword. Place is busy like never before.
A dwarf witcher. That would be something.
Greetings.
Oh, a witcher.
They say someone cast a spell, and the Virgin
There
fell
goes
as
the
if
PC.
dead.
Thought we had a basilisk in the basement.
Stop swaggering.
The commoners claim it's our princes do.
Serfs and lords.
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
Nobody to keep things peaceful?
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That would be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me!
What do you want?
I'm Scalen Burden.
Or doing a nice job then?
Give us the prince! Get the...
Stop!
Iorveth!
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olcan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords...
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass.
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Scoia'tael keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off! We need to act quickly.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talk. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though.
Humans only care how their nations do.
The plague into him.
Greetings.
Anything change?
Not really. The peasants keep...
You can't mix water with fire.
Say,
Why
Witcher,
is he
come over
lingering
here.
about?
Those witches be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent.
He'd better search for a lad who served the Virgin.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the...
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie?
Where's this Will?
Hiding in his shack.
Farewell.
Give us this whole flower!
What would the prince gain?
Rolling down, you surly dog!
Say, Witcher, come over here.
Can we have a word?
Why not? I'm Ogden. I found...
No thank.
It is. My...
Saskia.
Aye, it...
Who ordered? See you at the end.
Guilds
You
must
to
be
see
proven.
someone's taking care
Otherwise,
of it.
If not for that damned Yorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging the prince by now.
Things look
Say,
bad.
Witcher,
the
come over
nobleman
here.
won't use...
They're a coward.
It's a...
Say, Witcher, come over here.
Farewell.
Give us this whole flower!
I'd gladly hear you.
Rolling down, you...
Enough of this charade! Try to be reasonable, folks! Sit down and talk in peace!
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to...
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Silt...
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how
That's why! The mongrel covet...
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia?
Pretending to be with her, he was, sly fox. But us lads ain't so dumb.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They had...
Saskia's servant.
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, the answer is simple.
He's hiding to save his skin from you.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known...
No need to poison the wine. Smearing the poison inside the chalice would be enough.
I never heard of anyone poisoning a chalice.
You haven't heard much, then. One of the Emperor's forebears died after sampling some lamb. He was always... The murderer spread poison on one side of a knife. Then he cut the meats.
The Witcher's right. Give her...
Saskia's got her own chalice.
It was commissioned from one of the dwarves. The order came with a...
Even so, how did it...
It's not clear how the prince poisoned the wine, but that...
Stennis is blowing hot and...
You were supposed to prove his...
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanting to hurt the miss? Never. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough...
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However...
Answer me this. Was not Stennis's room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own light? Yes. His serene dumbhead, the Prince can't. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they want...
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, and what do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs? You stand before royal majesty. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven. And crimes, just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat, cannot be. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against... And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Edern? Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, and thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. Can he? And if Saskia won't get... I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise...
Those are words worth...
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deed...
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. What will happen if we allow a lynch? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperate? And where will it lead?
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains
She won't keep order by strength.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure. And royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away...
No. Anything involving Stennis...
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt's army with this rat.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to summon them.
You'll make it in time?
I must.
You trying to be funny?
Gods. Truly?
Anyone order an exquisitely adorned goblet from...
I get the occasional commission for tableware.
Saskia's goblet.
That ugly bucket! Did you intend to offend me? Whoever made that thing...
If she gets a chance to order...
So, you thought it over? I'm on board.
In the end, they end up dead, shouting, "We really showed them."
Yorvith's different. We haven't had a leader like him in ages.
Remember...
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kaedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
The mist is full of wraiths.
I'll help you. I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell?
You wanted to Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important.
Godspeed, Witcher.
Beaver! Eh? That's a Witcher, not a human.